And we are live, and this is Freak Show episode 151. And this is the Freak Show, and we'll be talking about everything entertainment, wrestling, and any other nonsense that's going around.
Nonsense. Lots of nonsense.
You know, there's a lot of nonsense going around. The country has gone crazy. You know, what do you think about the Moon Knight after watching all the episodes?
Well, first things first, the shirt.
The Beast.
Not open yet. Will be soon. The fish kill.
Coming soon, right?
Hoping July. It's new barbecue, which you're gonna love. You've been to the Duchess Beer Garden.
Oh man, the Duchess
which is a German place of a fish kill. It's phenomenal. If you've never been there, go look it up if you're upstate. So they're opening another place, which is a barbecue place, literally I think 2 blocks down from the Duchess.
Yeah.
Full cocktail bar, which is gonna get me in a lot of trouble. Because God does love my cocktails.
Oh, yeah, because they don't have, the other place, they don't have it. Yeah, it's just German.
But the Beast is going to have Belgian and German beers on tap. So they're going to have a bunch of things there as well. But yes.
That sounds like an outrage to
when
me.
it opens, we will be doing a live podcast from there. I got a few things in store to bring them as gifts.
And today we are from Studio 7B. This is 7B, the Horseshoe Bar. If you're in town for the Cinco de Mayo, they're having a huge Cinco de Mayo party at 5 o'clock. So you should be here or be square. I'm going to the movies. I should be back here to enjoy the facility, what do you call it, fiesta?
Fiestas.
The fiesta of Cinco de Mayo. And drinking some tequila, drinking some beers, and pretty much getting lumped up. So yesterday was May the 4th be with you. And the Star Wars fan gets surprised. If you watch the trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi, that dropped the first 2 episodes for 24 hours of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And from what I heard, they were incredible.
You didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it.
I didn't even know what, and no one told me, which I'm pissed about.
You know what? I freaking didn't. I didn't find out until today, so I didn't watch it. But if you would stay, they dropped the first one.
Where did you see it? On Disney Plus?
If you want Disney Plus, they got the new trailer. Do you see the new trailer for Kenobi?
Yeah, but then what? It just kept rolling.
It just kept rolling, and then it went into you couldn't stop it. They did it very smartly. So May the 4th be with you. Because last year for May the 4th, remember they released Bad Batch.
Yes.
On that day, it came out.
Lights, but Lights is up a little better than this.
So now they're doing. They did that as a big bonus episode, and they also. If you went to the site yesterday, you noticed they had you couldn't Moon Knight. Once on top, you had to look for Moon Knight. That's how crazy it was. It was all Star Wars, and now they got a thing in there called the Obi-Wan collection. So they show Obi-Wan and in all his like everything he did,
everything he was in, yeah,
including the cartoon. He's in what was the other one with the Rebels? The one with the
he was in what was he? He wasn't a Bad Batch. He was in he was in Rebels for a hot minute.
Yeah, but
he's old Obi-Wan though. He was in the Clone Wars. He was in what else? He's in a whole bunch.
Yeah, he's in the Clone Wars. But this Obi-Wan, he's watching over Luke. He's talking to Owen also because he wanted to train. He wanted to train, and Owen goes to, you want to train him like your father?
I saw that, yeah.
And it's all messed up, but they got that whole new crew that's in there. Dude, how crazy is that going to be with all those villains? They got hunters.
It's what's it called? It's the Inquisitors.
Yeah, Inquisitors. It's gonna get good, man. It's gonna get real good. I can't wait for that whole. Dude, it starts streaming May 27th.
I thought it was starting now, right after Moon Knight. Which Moon Knight was amazing, but Isaac came out and said, "Don't expect another season."
You know what? Because I think they're gonna find another person to be Moon Knight. He just did that one.
I think he wants to do it, but I think they're gonna find other characters.
But they did
building the MCU, yo.
Yeah, but they did. But so right now they're doing a rework of they're reworking what do they call it? Daredevil, and they bring in, I think, Kingpin back for that show Echo. But they already got. They already got She-Hulk's already got wrapped up. I heard also Miss Marvel's already wrapped up too. The girl Miss Marvel.
I gotta tell you, it's one show I don't really care about.
But it looks good. Have you seen the thing? Oh, and do you see the trailer for Love and Thunder?
Which one?
The Thor?
Yeah, I've seen the trailers, yeah.
You know that the song Sweet Child became number
one
again?
Yeah.
Because
That I did see.
How funny is that, man? That is, it's like people
But
just
yeah,
gotta
but it's the
listen.
same. But if you look at Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, like it fell off, and then all of a sudden Queen put it in the movie, and it became the number one. And kids who had never heard them before, they got revitalized big time from that movie. Scarily enough to say that.
What do you think about that trailer? It looks fantastic, right?
It looks good. I hope it's good.
When is that coming out? Next month, right? June?
Isn't that soon?
I think it's either June or July. It might be either July.
It's going to be a good summer of movies, I hope. Morbius sucked, baby.
Oh, that was terrible. I wouldn't even see that. No.
I knew it was going to happen.
You know,
I knew all the good spots were in the trailer because it's a Sony movie. When Sony put literally the last frame of the movie in the trailer for Spider-Man 2, I knew. All right, this is a shit fucking place.
So you heard what they do with the new Flash movie that's coming out, right?
Well, they yanking Ezra, they yanking him.
No,
he's batshit crazy.
Oh, man, the guy is bad. But so in that universe, Superman was killed by Zod.
Okay.
And instead of being Superman, it's Supergirl. So she might be the new MC, the DC universe. Yes.
ZXY Elemental P.
Yeah, she might be the new Superman for this universe, but we don't know if it changes because he goes back into time.
Well, Henry Cavill said he would love to come back. He said he's not against it. So
yeah, so
why not?
But they don't know what to do. And then Robert Pattinson said he was only going to do the one Batman.
He's doing part 2.
And now he's doing part 2. No, he already signed. He already signed.
I'm sorry, movie sucked.
I liked it.
It was first of all, the tempo was atrocious. It was edited horribly. I fell asleep almost twice in the fucking movie. It was just too. If they made it a half hour shorter, maybe. But there was so much, and again, I thought I was watching Fight Club at one point when they're. And I'm leaving spoilers because it's been out long enough. There's one scene. It's not a big spoiler. They find who the person is, and they go to his apartment and they find all these books. And they're reading all the books to see what it's literally the exact same fucking thing from 7. Where they're going through all his books and they're trying to. It's literally frame for frame. It's the same fucking movie.
I'd say it was. Come on. I would say it was 7 with Batman. You know what?
It's the same story of 7.
I loved it.
He's trying to show the world by hitting him with a sledge. Come on.
But then he wasn't that bright because he didn't get all the clues because he missed the one giant clue there when the Riddler say, "No, oh my God, you're not that smart."
And I get that, but literally, so Batman's fucking Brad Pitt, Commissioner Gordon, who's just so happens to be black, is fucking Morgan Freeman. It literally is 7 to a T.
Yeah,
it's the exact same movie.
Other than the woman's head winded up in the box. It's in the box. But you know what the problem was?
And the Joker was a bag of dicks. I'm sorry. Where they have him looking, I don't like it.
No, but they're gonna make him. They'll make him later on.
But I understand it with the chemical burns and blah 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 blah. Yeah. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Sorry.
Let's see where he goes with the next one. Because Matt Reeves definitely, I thought he did a great job with it.
You wrote a shit script when the best character in the movie is the Penguin.
I love the Penguin. Penguin was fantastic.
I'm sorry, Colin Farrell stole that fucking movie.
Oh my God!
And he's barely in it, and he stole the movie.
But he did like his own series on HBO Max.
His Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Peacemaker series was phenomenal.
Yeah, the Peacemaker was great.
That first episode was unreal.
Yeah, it just it was great. I love the Peacemaker.
But the Batman sucked.
I like the Batman. I looked at it as you know what it was? It was Batman with Wasteland.
It was emo Batman.
Because at the end,
My Chemical fucking Joker. Come on, bro.
No, but by the end, you see when they blew up the whole city. What's the Wasteland? They went into that whole Wasteland. I think that's the only thing I didn't like about it. They went into Wasteland too quick.
Unfortunately, the DC always rushes stories. Like in Titans, they show you it's Jason Todd as the Red Hood. I think 3 episodes in, they should have waited. They should have held out in that one for a while. But again, the movie just wasn't.
Do you notice who was in that movie? That's Timothy Drake.
Yeah,
he was in the Batman.
Yes, he's in one with the half face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're even going to link that with the DC.
I don't know if they. I mean, they should, but I don't know if they can because the Batman and Titans is much older than the Batman in that movie. I mean, much, like between like 20 years older.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think he can, but he had same actor, same everything.
Same actor. That's what I thought. Maybe that was an Easter egg.
But they call him Timmy in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I was like, oh man. So I don't know where they're going with that, but it was kind of interesting that they did that whole thing. And the other thing that's happening, so the Star Wars universe just got a little bigger.
So apparently they just asked Star Wars.
Ooh. You see that?
Apparently they just asked Michael Keaton how would he feel about doing Batman Beyond, and he said he's open to the idea. I'm sorry, that movie writes itself.
Dude, you know what they also want to do with that? You know who want to actually do it? Kevin Smith said he would love to direct that.
Direct, yes. But could you imagine Michael Keaton? So now, if you told me you were putting Patterson as Terry McGinnis as the young Batman,
that would have been good.
I would buy into that in a heartbeat because Terry McGinnis was a whiny little bitch.
Yeah.
Michael Patterson is a whiny little bitch.
Oh man, that would have been great if you would have.
And take Michael Keaton as old school Batman. Yes.
Oh man.
That's a trilogy right there.
But there you can have him like train and he's young and he's kind of naive and
he's an asshole and a whiny little emo bitch. And it's okay then. See? I buy it. That I buy.
But this guy was he was like and as Bruce Wayne, he was never in a suit except when he went to the church where they blew up the church.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, man. But dude, Disney Plus is starting so Disney Plus not got mature things.
Thank God.
So you gotta put in your password. Like you need a password for that. So in case you got kids, you can put accounts for kids.
So the one thing that pisses me off,
Netflix does the same thing too.
Yeah. What pisses me off with Netflix, more so than Disney, but Disney as well, is if you have a VPN and you change your location, you get different things on different networks. Like I want to watch Ex on the Beach on Netflix, but I can't watch it because I'm in USA.
Yeah.
If I have VPN in the UK, I can watch it there.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is that?
That's the way they do it, man. I don't know why they do it, but that's the way they do it.
That is horseshit. Because Ex on the Beach is my good. What's that show?
No.
Well, I watch new clips, especially in the UK. It's nothing but whores looking to fuck.
Oh,
and they wear skankiest outfits, and it's like watching soft. It reminds me of me being 16 years old watching softcore porn on Showtime. It is so, but it's real people. It is so bad and so trashy, and I love it.
You know, that's almost like Temptation Island.
It's worse. It is worse than that.
And there is like
it is worse. It's worse 10 times over because Temptation Island is them just trying things out. Ex on the Beach is I'm gonna get back on my ex and I'm fucking this guy in the end. Like it's so bad. It's good. And it's like Bad Girls Club, but they're naked.
Dude, so I gotta get my motherfucker of the week.
Already?
Who's the motherfucker of the week? Me. Because I had the subway shooter and didn't call him in. It's an outrage.
That's true.
He was right there. $50,000 just walked away.
And that's, oh my God. You might have cocaine to do with that?
You know what the problem was? I knew there was something wrong with he bought me a shot and I missed my mouth.
That's not a good joke, man. He killed a bunch of people.
He didn't kill nobody. The guy was a stormtrooper, dude. He shot up a fucking train and he injured. Nobody died.
Oh.
Everybody got injured.
That's funny.
That's what I'm saying. He's like, dude, the guy, everybody that was on that train was very lucky that nobody got killed.
Man.
Oh, man, I can't believe it. But at least that's showing the international we're not rats. We're good people.
And even John Kelly got to a fight with him.
He bumped, oh, man, I don't even know, but he bumped John Kelly on the shoulder after John Kelly told, get the hell out of here. We don't have an outlet. It's funny.
Can you imagine if you start shooting at the police? Then it would have been the murder bond, then some.
Oh, my God. I can tell you something, but what a crazy...
Thank God I wasn't there. And I was there the day before.
Dude, how crazy
Can you imagine?
That the guy was just walking around the East Village looking for an outlet to turn himself in. But they spread like 4 people that saw him that had no business seeing him. They called it in. So because of, they're going to have to, they're going to, what you call it? They're going to split the reward money. At first, they weren't going to give anybody reward, but so a girl at McDonald's, a girl from the flower shop, some waiter from another, they saw him.
Who called it in?
He called himself in.
So how did he give a reward for no one?
But some girl did call in. Some girl at McDonald's didn't know who he was right away and called in. I think she's the one that's getting jerked. and she's gonna have to split. So the 5 people are splitting $50,000.
So why don't you get some?
I didn't write her name. I just don't care. I can print 50G on my printer, man. Who cares?
But you go to Vegas with that money. Remember the hookers and the blow we can get with that?
But I'm the motherfucker of the week because of that. It's a shame.
You are the motherfucker of the week.
I like my mother was the best. My dad goes to her, somebody that looks like your son's on TV. What? What did he do? What did he do now? How hard was that? That's the first thing my mother told, that I did something terrible.
I would too.
This is outrage. And now I'm like always on the New York Post giving quotes and stuff. They text me.
That's why you're the mayor. Hello,
so
Layla.
Funny.
Good to see you.
Layla's there. She's a wonderful person. A good cook, man. If you want some good food, you should call Layla and get that delicious grub. She got the best empanadas in the world. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Her empanadas. She did a good job for Marty's memorial, man.
Yeah, I was bummed I missed that. I really was.
That was a shit show.
Fatherly duties. Yeah, I heard it was.
It was
fatherly
a shit show.
I had my little man that day, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, but unfortunately I had to miss it.
But what a shit show. It was like people got fucked up. There was this one guy there that he was eating wings. Dude, this guy was a slob. He had wing sauce on his face and his nose. You know, when you put free food.
Oh, yeah, they all come out.
They all come out.
See, but I knew that when we used to do the events at the bar and I would cook, you'd see people there that you'd never see any other day or any other month or another year, but they hear free food and they show up.
Oh, yeah. If it's free, it's for them.
Well, that's what I said. I said, I'll talk to Tyler. I think this summer we're going to have to do like a random day and I'll bring a barbecue there. We're just going to cook and just
do you want to hit
do
something
nice.
sick? Maddie brought $600 worth of lobster.
Yeah, that's what, 10 minutes?
Dude, it lasted like maybe a minute. People lined up. I had this rush just to get a thing and to get one to Claire. It was insane. These people, it was savage.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring less. Not to be that, and with no disrespect to everyone at Ibar, that ain't a lobster crew. I'm not bringing lobster to y'all. You're gonna get hot dogs and beer sauce and shit like that. You're not getting lobster.
Yeah, the hot dog and beer sauce is good when you do it. Yeah. That's very delicious.
So I said, we'll do it again. We'll do a little barbecue.
I kind of want to do that, but with like bratwurst and shit like that. Like bratwurst and that beer sauce that you make. Oh my God, forget about it.
Maybe this summer we'll do another bar crawl. We did one about 3 years ago. Wasn't wonderful, but we got a good 20 people. We walked around the city and got fucked up. That was a good day. Did you work that day? I think you did.
Yeah, dude, let me tell you, I got wasted on Saturday. I was here at 7B and holy moly.
So pictures.
Dude, this weekend, if you're around the city, 7B is having a big Kentucky Derby party. Also, there's going to be mint julep and some special stuff going on during the race.
Mint julep?
Yeah, you know, it's a whiskey drink with mint and stuff. It's delicious. It's a delicious drink that they drink for the Kentucky Derby. It's delicious. It'll get you.
Drink for the Derby.
It's a lot of sugar, a lot of stuff. Woo!
Must be a lot of sugar. Great hangover. I'm sure diabetes loves it.
No, but it's gonna be delicious. Have 2-3 of those, and hasta la vista, baby. I'll be talking up and stoned by myself.
So it'll be a random Saturday, like it always is.
Let's talk about You see, the WWE changed the main event.
You were just saying before we started.
For Backlash, so
which is this Sunday.
Yeah, because of these guys being so popular, IK Bro and the Uso, they decided that they didn't want to unify the titles. They want to keep it with the titles a little longer. And they're going to make a 6-man tag. So it's going to be Drew McIntyre and IK Bro versus the Bloodline.
Okay.
What do you think about that? You think you think this is the first time maybe Roman Reigns get pinned by Drew and they do a big push to Drew? Because supposedly the rumor is they're going to London to have a pay-per-view in London. And the rumor is that I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre that ends Roman Reigns' reign. He's going to win the title for a few days in London, and then he'll lose it. And
I can see that. And
just to but if you really want to make a storyline, you can have Roman Reigns beat him, because right now Roman Reigns technically he really is in God mode. He's the best.
Well, he's had the belt for how many fucking years now?
He already had
a year. Well, it's been 500 some days,
dude.
Which kind of sucks because he's gonna beat fucking CM Punk's reign.
But you know what? Fuck CM Punk, you whiny bitch.
Why?
Oh, whiny bitch. He couldn't do it in the UFC. Now he don't. But he does kind of. You know what?
But he's in the balls to get in the UFC. And no offense. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's putting these young guys over. He's getting. Come on, stop.
But this is the problem with Steve. He cuts a great promo. He's a great wrestler. He's this and that. But now he's gonna go on a 60-minute match in Double or Nothing with Adam Page. It's gonna be a rematch.
That's gonna hurt. I mean, I don't know if he can do 60 minutes. I mean, I hope he can. He's up there in age, but.
Dude, do you see the match?
You watch Dynamite the other night?
Yeah, the one
chant for Enzo.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think yesterday the big cash show up was at the 7th Jan because I didn't see Dynamite because he was on fight Warlow.
Yeah.
and MJF ended, and you can't do that. That's the way he ended. So I figured he was at 7th. I thought it was him.
I hope he comes out, man. Not to be an asshole. I always liked Zoe. He was great to us at the con. He was funny as hell. Hopefully he's learned a little bit and matured a little bit to not
Dude, how you feel about SummerSlam in Nashville? How crazy would that be in Nashville? Just think about that setting. SummerSlam is going to be in Nashville.
I heard it's going to be crazy. Well, we might go because literally you can walk.
Serious? What do you think about that?
You can walk to all the. It's like New Orleans. You can walk right to the stadium. So it's pretty amazing.
How many wrestlers are just going to be out there getting lumped up?
All of them. And what's great is when you know all the bartenders and bar owners, you're good. So I'll be in Nashville on Wednesday.
The Coyotes.
Wednesday. That's it?
Right there. You see women? But what's it called? I think that would be crazy. Imagine they're probably going to have a great WrestleCon there.
Probably.
And everybody's going to go.
Yeah.
You know, because it's in Nashville. So I think it's going to get a little freaking crazy, man. People are going to it's going to be totally crazy. It's going to be outrageous. Dude, what about the WWF again? You see all the people that release at NXT?
No.
They release Dakota Kai. They release a bunch of people. They say, what the hell are they doing? They released that big guy Holland. They released.
Oh, I saw they released what's his face? My boy Dexter Loomis.
Yeah, they released him. It's like, oh my god, again, and they go with the ads. What the hell are they doing? And you know what? They release all these guys. And what is the first thing these guys go to try to go at AEW? AEW. The problem is now AEW got so many wrestlers that you never see them.
They have too many.
They have too many. Way too many.
Yeah, way too many. You go to Impact. Impact's like great wrestlers too, man.
Impact is fucking great, man. Impact is great, but I don't know why it doesn't do good, man.
No, Chelsea's on a shit network. Gets no publicity, and to my knowledge, they have live crowds yet. Are they doing live crowds yet?
Yeah, they do live crowds.
They tape everything like months in advance, so you can't do that. Chelsea Green just posted on Twitter. Bro, her Twitter's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. She's hot as hell.
But the last bikini picture she posted was horrible. That one's calling on. Like, the bottoms are hanging off her.
Oh,
like, when you're that fit and that skinny, you got to get, like, extra small because those mediums ain't going to fit you. I'm out of time. You have to yell at Matt.
You know how many...
Hit him with an action figure. Beat him with a figure. A limited edition figure so he'll cry.
You know what's the other crazy thing about... How you doing, huh? Good. You know what's the other thing that they just had Moose and Josh Alexander just had a phenomenal world title because the storyline Moose freaking spear Josh Alexander's wife.
Moose is he's another guy. How WWE didn't pick him up and push him to the moon? He's a great wrestler.
Oh man,
he tells a great story.
You know what it is? You know what the problem with Moose is? He's also another guy like a Bobby Lashley. He's already 35. He's like kind of too old to really put him in the spotlight like that. But
why?
This is you're gonna have another guy with a spear, it's almost like another
get a different move sets as far as the spear goes, but why not? 35 is not that old. Look at some of these guys. Look at Edge. Edge is how old? 45 now?
Oh, he's great.
Still put on amazing match. So if you can get 10 years out of a guy, 10 years is a lot of money.
Dude, how bad is the House of Black that Edge is doing to the House of Black that's on Impact?
It literally is the exact same thing.
It's the exact same thing. But
there's only 2 of them now. So one's gonna be the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th.
I think the 3rd one. You know who they wanted, which is strange. So they wanted Finn Balor's demon to be on that. So don't be surprised if Finn Balor.
The demon's part of it. But what is he, fucking Moon Knight? So the demon's part of it, but Finn Balor, but Fergal's not.
But let's say Finn Balor turns. I can see Finn Balor turning on AJ Styles being the 3rd member. The other one they wanted was Ali, and they won Ripley. That's who Edge won.
Ali. Mustafa Ali?
Yeah, he just came back. Has a pretty good baby face.
That interview was great with The Miz. It's like, I know a little bit about having heat. It's like, you're a dick. Do you still work here? Yeah.
Oh my God, you still work for us?
It's like, but that's what they need to do. You got to blur the lines between reality and fiction. And that's what sells. I mean, that's what sold in the 90s.
You know who I think should be with Edge and Priest? I hate to say, I think Ciampa, the Blackheart.
Well, he comes out every time and beats the hell out of people.
You know what? If you had Ciampa and then you put in Finn Balor, and you got Priest, and then you got Ripley, that's a fucking hell of a fucking. That's
5 of them, yeah.
That's a stable. You got the woman that's tired of being put in the back burner. I want to.
Well, did you see that Nikki Ash is going back to being Nikki Cross?
Oh, is she?
Well, you saw that. Well, what's his face? The big bitch.
Oh yeah.
Dewdrop. Worst name ever. She grabbed her. It's like, are you tired of it? Are you done? She's like, yeah, I think I'm done. Like, all right.
You know what? The only reason they could have called her Nikki Cross was because of Karrion Kross.
Oh, really?
That's the only reason she had to next change her name to what is it? Nikki, what is it? Nikki Ash?
ASH.
Yeah.
A superhero in training.
A superhero training.
Oh, no, almost a superhero.
Almost a superhero.
Superhero in training was Rosie.
So she says she changed that, right? So she changed that to that.
Are out today.
Oh, yeah. They're out.
For those of you who want to come visit New York City, so right now Jordan Grace is in New York City. I saw her on Twitter. And she put, finally got my sister to New York City, and it's not all she expected between the catcalling, the cabbies getting at the fist fight each other in the middle of the street, this, that, and the other. And I started laughing. I said, well, welcome to fucking New York. It's the way that it was in the 80s. I got to tell you. If you don't want to deal with chaos and worry about getting shot or stabbed, don't come here.
You know what's the crazy thing? More people have died of gunshots than the virus right now in New York City. It's like a stack.
Between that being pushed on the subway trains, I mean, if you look, so right now we're in we're at 7B, which is located at East 7th and Avenue B in the East Village.
And there's crazy people out here.
And you just look out the windows, you see families. It's funny because they're trying to gentrify it. So you see families with kids and happiness, and right next to them you see a homeless guy taking a shit. Literally, deranged, lunatic homeless guy just dropping trout in front of children.
It's savage. And
the parents are like, "Oh, it's okay. He's homeless. Leave him alone." No. Like, it's not normal. I'm sorry.
You can't call, like in California, there's this weird thing. You can't call them homeless. You got to call them some other name.
Home deficients?
No.
What do you call them?
You know what I call them out here? I stopped calling them homeless people. I just call them outdoorsmen.
Outdoors.
Because they're outdoors all the time. Outdoorsmen.
Well, the one good thing about dating a homeless chick is you can drop her off anywhere and she's home. I'm fucked up, I know. That's not my joke. It's somebody else's joke. I forgot where I heard it from.
You can't even date them because they won't go home.
No, they are home. Just kick them out wherever you want. They're home. Find the next on the pass and go. So now this is what the problem is. Now we're gonna get tweets and messages saying, "Oh, you're so messed up. You're making fun of homeless people. They're people too. Blah 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 blah. They're jokes. Shut the fuck up."
Oh, do you see?
I will tell you though, the homeless in New Orleans are so much nicer and happier than the homeless in New York City. I know I've told the story before on this show. We were in New Orleans about 3 or 4 years ago. I went into a shop and bought 2 huge meals, like fatty meals. I was giving the most calorie counting meals you get. Went out, found 2 guys who had signs saying I'm a U.S. veteran and homeless. I handed them a whole full meal. It's like $15, not that much money. And the guy, you would think I just gave birth to his children. He was so, he was crying. He was so thankful. He was going to feed me for 4 days. You don't understand? I'm like, man, awesome.
Yeah.
When I used to work at the restaurant here, I used to have leftover pasta. I went out and gave a homeless guy a fucking huge plate of pasta and leftovers. And the guy goes, "I'm lactose intolerant, fucker." And asked me where the vegan food was. And I was like, well, that goes to show you.
Dude, you want to hear something? So we had a big, giant 6-foot Parisi Hero at International. And one of the guys right now, and gave a guy a nice fucking sandwich with a lot of meat. And the guy said, I don't eat meat, and throws the whole fucking sandwich in the garbage. It's like, all right, screw this guy. Dude, let's talk about, do you see the guy that attacked Dave Chappelle on stage?
He got fucked.
Do you see the aftermath?
He got
His arm was backwards, and we think one of those pictures that guy got.
Did you watch the video in depth, though? The whole video?
Oh, yeah, the people came out
they
and
were
fucked him up.
stomping the shit out of him. And David Vincent, he goes, and he's still getting stomped out. And they were still stomping
Dude, you know what's crazy? He got tackled. He just got right up and finished the show.
I mean, the guy, like, slipped or, like, something happened. But we know why.
I heard Chris Rock is acting. Where was Will?
Did they ask him why he did it? Like,
I think he was like a queer savior. Like
he made a comment.
Something like that.
It was a he said something about being a transvestite. And I was like, all right.
The guy was something. But I got that Chris Rock called him. Was that Will out there?
That's fucked up.
Dude, but the guy's fucking speared Dave, and you see Dave fucking like kicking and crawling away from him.
Yo, he got lumped up.
And then the next thing you see the goons come in and just take him to the back and lump him up.
Dude, when I saw the side of his head look like a walnut, I'm like, oh!
Dude, you know what the problem is? It was the cockpit. we didn't see anything. The guy fell down the stairs 3 times. Dude, but supposedly he had a knife. The guy had like a knife.
I heard that.
Something they would say in a knife, maybe possibly.
God forbid, man. Could you imagine? But again, this is, so for all you idiots out there, like, oh, I agree with Will Smith, what he did. This is the dumb shit's going to happen. And you're going to keep pushing the envelope, and people are going to push back. Same bullshit with what's going on with abortion. I'm not going to get into that at all. You keep pushing the envelope one way. You keep fucking saying this, and this. And guess what happens? They're going to push back 10 times harder and say,
yeah, that's
what it is. Fuck yourself in the end.
Yeah, you bite.
Keep pushing.
You know what? For people, you know what? To me, the abortion law in New York doesn't matter because they're gonna have abortions in New York.
They're gonna have anyway.
Because they're gonna. What they're doing is they don't think it's a constant. I think what they're trying to do is make it state by state. And the thing I say, so like this is gonna fuck up people that are poor that can afford an abortion.
Of course, the problem with this. And again, I don't want to discuss this because I've read so much shit on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and people that I love that I want to literally just smack in the face with a fucking bag of dicks, like shut up. Because a lot of them don't have any fucking clue what they're saying. Yeah. We have so much passion in our words, in our thoughts, without knowing any factual information. Yeah. So at work, I got into it with a young man. I'm not going to mention his name, and I was literally asking him questions on his stance on certain things. I said, well, where do you get your information from? Why do you have this? Tell me where, change my mind. And he couldn't. But he was so adamant and so passionate about his stance on something, but had no factual background behind it. And that drives me fucking batshit. You change my mind on something, I will stop saying the dumb shit that I say. But until you can, then maybe my shit ain't so dumb. Maybe what your thoughts are fucking retarded.
Dude, think about how many of us are mistakes.
No, I get it. But again, so... Not even saying that, but everything nowadays is black or white. There's not. There's a gray area in the middle. You want to outlaw abortions. All right, cool, awesome. Why?
Yeah.
You want to outlaw them after X amount of time?
Yeah,
I understand that. So you have certain individuals out there who think you can get an abortion up to the baby's born. I'm sorry, fuck you. That's crazy.
You know what the problem is? And this is the biggest problem that nobody realized. Once they told everybody to take a vaccine, they can tell you what to do with your body. That's the problem. That's what nobody realized.
You think this was going to happen?
Nobody realized that.
Happening? You're forcing people to take a vaccine that's still in trials.
Yeah.
But now you're like, that's why I laugh at this, because the same, and I love most of my friends, the same fucking morons who are forcing the vaccine, and now like, my body, my choice. Wait, for me to put the vaccine in my body wasn't my choice? Stop. And then they say it's different. It's different. Okay, of course it's different. Everything's different when it proves your point of view.
But you know what? Like, if you live in New York, like New York is a place that they're never going to cancel bullshit. So if you live in a place like New York, you'll be fine. But if you live in a place like if you live in a Midwest, Bible person, like these people are super conservative, guess what? You better move out of there if you want an abortion. You know what's the one thing I don't agree? Let's say if you live in one of these states and you want to go to New York and get an abortion because you got money, they want to fucking sue those doctors doing the abortion. I think that's total stupid. That's out of control.
And again, that becomes a whole separate animal.
You know, that's a whole different...
I will say, and Nashville is considered the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
And there are more slutty women in those clubs there than I've ever seen anywhere in the world.
Yeah, but Nashville, it's like right now Nashville, more than Vegas. Now Nashville is the bachelorette party of the world. Everybody do the bachelorette.
So we were there about a year ago. And, how many years ago? It's right after I got out of the hospital. Fucking, there's no strip clubs, but you go to the clubs, and I've seen girls, I've never seen girls dance on girls, and I've been at Fantasy Fest like this in Nashville. Dude, it was getting dirty. I was like, ooh, that's someone's daughter.
Dude, when I went to Nashville, me and Nicole went in this one bar, and there was a few people. Once those bachelorette got there, it was a whole different animal.
They are. and again, please, not that this is a negative. I am not judging you. I'm loving you.
They're on the hunt.
They are some of the sluttiest women in the world, and God bless you, ladies.
Oh, they're on the hunt. Like, they're on the hunt.
I'm loving it.
It's insane. But this dude,
I wish there were more of these.
Dude, this dude there too. There was let me tell you, there was a friend of mine did his bachelor party there, and this other girl, their bachelorette, and the two party ended up hooking up with each other. That the girl that's gonna get married, and the guy that got married, they ended up marrying the people that something.
But I would tell you the New Orleans story of the three bachelorettes meeting up. I never told you that story.
No.
I think I did it on the show before. If I haven't, you've heard it. I'm sorry. So we're in New Orleans during WrestleMania weekends, which is insane in itself. And we're upstairs on a balcony. We got a little VIP thing, Kevin Nash's fucking shenanigans party. And we're at the corner of one of the streets on Bourbon. And I see a bachelorette party come from the north, and I see one come from the east, and I see one come from the west. And I just start laughing. I'm with like 3 or 4 guys and G. I'm like, yo, they're all going to meet right here. The way they're walking and stumbling, I'm like, they're all going to meet right in front of us. I'm like, this is going to be either amazing or horrible. So the three bachelorettes are all wearing white, and their bridesmaids are in tow. And as they meet, you can't write this shit. It's so fucked up. They all just start making out in a 3-way kiss.
Oh my god!
The 3 girls. Now the bachelorettes behind them are all like talking and yada 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 yada. And the one chick just grabs both their heads and pushes them and just starts projectile vomiting next to a garbage pail. Not in the garbage pail, but next to the garbage pail. Oh, and she's just, there's things coming out of her that I've never seen before. Now, the funny part is, the guys next to us must have played amateur baseball because he takes his beads off and is pelting her in the back of the fucking head.
Wow.
Every time she vomits. So she would puke and he'd pelt her. She would puke and he'd pelt her. Now there's cameras everywhere. Of course, everyone's recording these things going on, and now the bachelorettes are all trying to shield them.
Wow!
And they keep looking at us, screaming at the top of their lungs. Stop! And he just keeps. I'm handing him beads, and he's pelting her in the back of the head. Like, didn't miss a fucking shot. I don't know how he didn't miss a single one. As she's puking, I could not. I'm like literally crying, laughing, and watching these girls try and hold their skirts up to block the beads. They're blocking people with their phones.
Oh my
God. I'm just sitting there watching this going, this is your life. This is the life you chose.
That's the kind of shit that you take and then you show at the wedding.
Dude, you can't write this shit. Like, no one would believe me when I tell them the story. Like, it happened. And you get a funny video of it and you're like, oh yeah, it really did happen.
Dude, what do you think about FTR? That match they had, it was like Owen Hart versus Bret.
Do they ever have a bad match?
But against each other.
No, I'm saying, like, do they ever have a bad match?
Dude, let me tell you, that's the best tag
Those
team.
2 guys, and here's the problem with modern day wrestling is, since they aren't really great on the mic, they don't get enough airtime. Give them a fucking man. If they had a Bobby the Brain, I think they got Tully, right?
Yeah.
But he ain't good on the mic either. Yeah. And now give them Ric Flair.
But they're so over now. Oh, you see that the Briscoe brothers are in Impact now too. Yeah. Those guys are bad motherfuckers, man.
They're ugly, real ugly.
But they can. Those boys can wrestle.
They're ugly,
but they can wrestle.
They're ugly. Put that on them.
You know what? You know what's funny now that WWE got interest in FTR again. They lost it.
You know why? Because Cody went back.
Let me tell you, how good does he look there? He looks so much better there than that he ever looked in
He looks
like a star.
He does.
He looks like a star. You see, he's going to be in the Broken Branch tomorrow. He's on Stone Cold shirt.
Well, there's a big rumor that if he ever wins, I'd say rumors, he hopes, that if he wins the title, he should bring back the Winged Eagle one.
Oh,
which would be fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
Could you imagine that?
That'd be nice. I think, imagine him the one that beats Roman Reigns also.
You get a fucking standing ovation.
I think he would be like, because why else would you bring him? They're giving him a lot of freedom. He even got his entrance for AEW, everything also. It was like, wow. And he looks great, man.
Well, he gave a little speech about he never wanted to hear Stardust again. And he goes, and then the first night I come out, I mentioned Stardust. He goes, I was kind of an asshole for that, but I wanted to do it.
But you see, they gave Sammy Guerrero the title, right? He beat Scorpio Sky.
Yep.
And then Scorpio Sky beat him in a ladder match back. Why even change the title like that? I thought
to give Sammy credibility. I mean,
that's his third title, but they should have him keep the title and defend it a little bit.
You know who kills me? Dreamer. In his 50s and still put on great matches. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Like, what he needs, though, is DDPY. Dreamer's still getting a little fluffy. DDPY, and he'd be like the rest of these guys looking like, I'm sorry, but somebody made a comment recently that the new GOATs, so Shawn Michaels was always considered the GOAT of wrestling, always one of the great shows. I'm sorry, Chris Jericho, what he's done in this business now, sorry, he's transcending everything.
Do you see Young Rock? They had like Stone Cold, they had Triple H, they had The Undertaker, and Mick Foley. Oh man, it was fantastic. It was pretty good the way they did it. Like, you know what is when you watch that show, you really got to take it with a grain of salt because
the show was good. It's a good show. I mean, I watched the first 7 episodes. I actually enjoyed it.
No, the show is good. The thing is, the legend, the credibility is not. They're all over the place. It's pretty funny, man. Like they're all over the place. Like the Iron Sheik, all those people, and they had Andre, but. It's damn good, man. It was very good, I thought, and the show's fantastic. And they showed Vince and like Rocky, and you know what, they're trying to do the best what they can do.
Of course.
And
we're gonna cut this short soon because we gotta catch a movie in 10 minutes.
Yes, I am watching the movie. Forget which movie. Doctor Strange, Multiverse
of Madness,
of craziness, of madness. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a good movie. I'm going to get
no spoilers.
I'm going to tell you the whole movie, damn it. Everybody dies at the end. Everybody dies.
I might go Tuesday to iPick with the Mermaid. I don't know if I can wait till Tuesday.
It's iPick open?
Yeah.
Is that the one downtown or you go to somewhere else?
Fulton.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I looked for today for reservations. They were fucking booked out.
Yeah.
Because I was going to tell you, I'll pay for that and kill you. There's that place. If you never get a chance to go to iPick, so the AMC has movie in the theater. And I don't know if they're all like the one in Farmingdale, Long Island, but it sucked the bag of dicks. We went there once to see the first Infinity War, and they had no food. Like everything was sold out. They had nothing. The food that they did have was atrocious. The people who worked there were not very nice. I've been to 3 iPicks now, and I've never had a better time than there. Nice. The seats, if you get the deluxe seats in the back, the seats fucking recline. They give you blankets and pillows. Push button service, so we can order drinks the entire movie, order food the entire movie, free popcorn for the entirety of the movie. It's a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but to me it was definitely worth it. It's worth it because you don't go out to eat, you go there instead. Yeah. And I gotta tell you, being in your own private booth, little cubicle with no one around you, and then you want to move the table and get a little sucky, you could do that. But I've done iPick a bunch of times, and I've never been to one that was bad. So if there's one by you, one day splurge. Check it out.
Do it.
You'll actually enjoy it.
So people, remember, like we always say, don't get drunk, get lumped up.
Get lumped up extra today. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo. Go get extra today. Get lumped up. Really lumped up.
Drink tequila because I can't. If I drink tequila, I get naked in public.
Oh, I did that.
We're going to do that soon. So next year, I think, for my birthday, we're going to go to Cancun. I got to get him to come. And that's going to be an all-inclusive, all-you-can-eat and drink, adults-only resort.
It's an outrage. I'm ready. I'm ready to go to Mexico.
Because he speaks Spanish, so if they're talking shit about it, still tell him.
All right, people. Love you. Thank you. Fuck you. And
click like,
bye.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Don't get drunk.
Get lumped up, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one, and happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
That was good.